such music. In a forest of beasts and bears, such music. But who? You are a sorcerer, no?
Indeed I am. What gave it away?
You are a brave soul. Most who meet me here do not approach me so boldly. Afraid of the heresies they are. And, well, of course.
Is that a threat? I can leave.
That choice is best made by yourself.
Your kind has abandoned my teachings, my powers akin to a curse. Does that not frighten you? You speak in riddles.
Sort of? Maybe I'm just too stupid to understand. You are quite open about being a heretic, if that's what you mean to imply.
Is that strange? Because it is a crime.
Well, that depends on who you ask.
You truly are a peculiar one. Do you not fear retribution from your kind?
Retribution? Of course I do.
But I fear many things. Some of them I fear more than others. Some of them I should fear more than others. I don't know how much I should fear you. Do you intend to harm me?
Of course not.
But I worry for kind souls such as yours. Those who question authority.
I wouldn't say I question authority, but...
Well, you know what they say about cats, and you know what they say of the Snow Witch, of her sorceries.
That they're blasphemy. They're forbidden.
Yet here you are, a servant of gold, speaking to a snowy crow.
So I am. So you are.
What makes them forbidden? Is it simply fear? You ask as if I'd know, as if their words mattered to me. Were they valuable in my eyes? Would I not abandon heresy? Yet you still call them heresies. Does some part of you believe that's true? What is heresy at all? It's simply what's divergent. What makes it so much more terrifying than anything else with teeth? That sounds more appealing, but do you want to scare them away by calling them wolves rather than less?
As if I owe you an explanation. Well, I didn't get to where I am today by not being annoying.
But I'm asking nicely, why have you approached me? What is the true reason you're here? Always searching for power, the power to serve my Does that thought upset you? That I might use your powers to protect them, to protect the ones that would reject you.
That would see me killed.
Yeah.
You say you do not question their authority and your hold, but you must if you wish to learn. This is for your own protection. This is not a request. Do you understand me?
I understand.
They could see you be dead. They could see you imprisoned. They could see you dead. This is not a request. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Whatever comes next, they could no longer love you. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Heretic, condemn the heretic, exile the heretic, destroy the heretic, destroy. But what have I done? You know the crime you stand accused of. You know exactly what you've done. Condemn the heretic, inflame the heretic, consume the heretic, destroy him, destroy him, destroy him. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever strove for, I've done to protect the whole. Heresy, every power in my hands, every frozen wind and snowball, I've done to protect my home. Why is it a crime to seek knowledge? Why is it a crime to love? You question authority, doubt the reign of the eternal, now you spit on her law. You disgusting little worm, your pathetic weak excuses shall not save you from the fall. What did you think would happen, you ignorant fool? What did you think would happen? Bind his wrists and snatch his tongue and slit his ankles, slit his throat, blind his eyes and beat his spine and make him regret all he's done. There is no justice in these lands. This is insane, you are all madmen. Please just let me go. Heresy, 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 pull out his hair, spit on his face and destroy him, destroy him, destroy him. Don't. Please. In Marika's name.
Look, what the order hath done to thee. My brother in blood, prithee, arise. The boughs of the order shall not bend before thee, shouldst thou remain rooted as brambles to the ground. Prithee, brother, I know how much thy blindness must hurt thee, the mocking, the insults, the abandonment. Believeth me, I know more than most, but thou must not give up hope. There still lieth a star out there for thee yet. Thou'rt looking as fine as a lump of troll shit. Arise. Is that your way of making me feel better? It prompted thee to speak, did it not? I suppose you're right. You speak like a god. Who are you? Another which the order hath forsaken, shackled, beaten, just as thee. But fate opened its hands to me. The light of the mother we share shone upon my wings. Thou feelest the light too, dost thou not? The beautiful red of our blood. You, lost me around the word mother. I feel nothing. Ah, but thou shalt. I promise thee. This be not a chance encounter, this meeting between thou and I. Prithee, stand, and let me show thee. Your hands are so hot. What are you? It matters not. Trust me on that. Now focus. I feel nothing. With time thou shalt. Nothing. Trust me.
Bastard! Don't
Focus. What? 'Tis a gift. Thy pain and thy blood. Submit it as offering, and she will respond in power. Power? Dost thou see it now? The warmth of a mother's love. I see red. Keep thy chin up, and thy blood close at hand. One day the world shall be bathed in it, and we, children of wounds, shall rise. We are kin of a similar star. Remember that, and remember the name, Godwyn. The same star. If the stars are looking at me now, they're laughing. If only they knew how much I'll miss them. If I reach far enough now, maybe I can grab one for a final farewell. If I just reach.
Once I dreamed to protect their lives. Such naive dreaming, they all lie. Even strangers seem to care more than anybody there ever did. That fingers wrapped around me. When I follow its lead, let it push and conquer me. It's as if I've got the eyes again to see. Oh, please don't let go of me. No, please don't let go. Mind and body, if I hold on and follow, it will guide my way, but will it lead me home? It says that it wants an offering of blood, but it will grant me sight as long as it's fed. If it wants blood, then let the heavens rain down crimson. Be it mine or be it blood from anyone, I'll offer from my heartbeat. I'll bleed, or I'll make them bleed, for eyes to see.
Well, look who's back. A sight for sore eyes. Oop, too soon. Haven't lost your touch, I see. Oh, do you? Do you really? Case in point. Enough. You look worse than a bear's backside, but it's good to see you alive, lad. Thank you, Sir Gideon. I'm surprised they let you crawl back to the manor. Suppose they realize what a little mouse you are. Well, strangely enough, turns out most people see a blind man wandering the streets and turn their heads. Who could have guessed? Well, maybe we ought to get you a dog to help you look a little more intimidating. As if he weren't enough of a mutt himself. Men, I said enough. A boy's been through hells we could never fathom. At least allow him a moment to... It's fine, Gideon. Thank you. If you want me gone, then just help me gather supplies so I can... Wait. You think you're owed anything by us? You think these things are still yours to take? The hold is a home for those like me, whether you like it or not. Oh, like you? And what exactly are you like nowadays? Let me through. Part of protecting the manor is keeping the locusts out. How could we claim to love our home if we go letting in strays, covered in fleas and ticks, diseased and ungrateful, mangy and stinking? This is my home. Was, maybe. No need to be kind to him. He surely knows he never belonged here. Oh, for America's sake! You are making yourselves into fools, insulting someone just trying to keep their chin up in the face of horror. We have all made mistakes. We are all but men. Keep your tongues pursed, lest someone snatch them as they wag. You're losing your mind, old man. Let me through. Or what? You'll freeze us to death? Prove yourself even more of a traitor? I'd love to see him try. I'd love to see him piss himself crying again as the guards drag him back to the jail where he belongs. Because that's all you're worth anymore, you know? A prison cell, as filthy and frigid as you are. You claim this is your home, but you know that isn't true, don't you? You know what this means. You know what you are. Heretic.
burn! They'll see you burn! Keep wagging that precious tongue, love. I'll add it to my collection. Halt.
What's going on? Why are we stopping?
All right, step out. There's been a change of plan.
Change of plan? On the road to the mountains?
But who could order such a command?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Now out. Presenting His Majesty, the Erd Tree's most golden bough, fruit of the womb of Her Holiness, scion of the—
Ye kept the door containing these children of the tree locked tight behind strict command, yet opened it so readily to torment them with hope. I am only here for 5 of them.
Apologies, my lord.
What a shame. Apologies, mine fellows. As I have said, I am only here for 5 of thee. I need Lemure, Stony Otto, Halibrax the Little, Alberich the Sorcerer, and Gianni. The codes of Lanedale hath been changed, and 'tis given some of thee a measure of respite, yea? Step forth. I would make Ridgetown before dark.
Ridgetown?
Aye, Ridgetown. As I have said, the code of the land hath changed. The penalties for some of thy crimes hath been erased. Ridgetown is on the way down, and some of ye shall be ending thy journeys there. Laboring in Ridgetown is far more preferable to laboring in the throat of the Volcano Manor itself, thou canst be assured. Some of ye, however, including thee, Alberich the Sorcerer, will continue on. Prithee, follow. Continue on? Aye. Some of thee hath no further penalty to pay for thy crimes. I am afraid, however, that thee, Alberich the Sorcerer, shall not be returning to the capital, nor even the plateau but in passing. Thou hast been sentenced to banishment, in the lakes, and beyond.
Why? Just for sorceries?
Take heart. There are worse things, fates thou movest away from even now. Dost thou require mine guidance? I offer it freely to thee.
Just because hellfire burns hotter doesn't mean a campfire can't still leave a man dead. I don't know what I require anymore. I thought it was strength, then I thought it was forgiveness. But now that I'm here, doomed, helpless, and with nothing left to pray for, suppose I could go for some figs and wine.
There. 'Tis not wine, but I pray it holds thee over regardless. Unfortunately, it layeth outside mine abilities to grant thee strength, or forgiveness, perhaps even bravery. It seems to me as though thou wert born within the walls of Lanedale, and travel now from all thou hast known, yea? 'Twould be foolish to suggest that thou should not be afraid, malcontented. And yet thou'rt not devoid of thy steel, yea? 'Tis only the end if thou let it be, and I think thou shalt not.
You're a kind man. I wouldn't call it steel, but, well, I plan to make myself everyone else's problem till the day grace no longer spits me back into this world. I'm not done quite yet. You're humoring me. I'm surprised. Most people don't. Why is that you act like you care?
Well, the lion's share of men would not question the motives of the goddess-born, yet thou do, brazenly at that. 'Tis so that we send our greatest thinkers to the jails, aye, indeed.
I'll take that as a compliment.
But what answer could I givest thee that thou would accept? It matters not whether thou wouldst believe me or not.
I am sovereign born, and perhaps one day to be lord, Erdtree willing. I would not be lord of only the mighty, the proud, the noble, but of the small, the wretched, the wayward. To claim otherwise would be a betrayal of those that would look to me. It costs me not to be kind. Well, small, wretched, wayward, check, check, check. Throw in heretical, as they say, and you've listed all the reasons why I'm loathed. Nothing against your, parents, but I can't deny that the thought of a lord that doesn't cast stones at folks like me sounds rather appealing. But that's probably why they don't like me now, isn't it? 'Twould behoove thee to make thyself a solution, not a problem, I must say, lest thy find thyself on the wrong side of the Carians as well. See, that's the problem, though. I do search for solutions, and act upon my discoveries. But seems the greater good doesn't find my solutions palatable enough to, well, allow me to keep my sight, for example. They say to search for power, but not in the areas I did. They say to fight for the hold, but not in the ways I did. They say to stand up for yourself, but not with the words I did. I could go on. It's really only a matter of time before they tell me to approach the Carians with good manners, but I pick up the wrong spoon first and all hell breaks loose. Tell me to stop, or I never will. Tell thee to stop? When thou, like a little bird, art making such insightful song? Thou wouldst have to speak blasphemies most foul to suffer worse consequences. Aside, I have no desire to rebuke thee for mere words. 'Twould be an act of purposeful ignorance to hush thee now. You're flattering me. How scandalous. For one such as yourself to call a heretic's words an insightful song. Or are you simply trying to soften me up? Trick me into spilling something risque enough to get my throat slit for good? Prithee, a question.
Quick and lively as a lightning strike, thou speakest strong beneath watchful light. Fearless thou approach my side, and speak away, yea, thou speak away.
Would it not be safer to keep thy head bowed? What drives thee to speak to me so boldly?
Some might say curiosity is what's always got in the best of me. Perhaps it's trite, but you're interesting, and who would I be if I kept those thoughts to me? I believe in the melody of life. I believe that in darkness lies a light. You have come to me in a time of strife, offered ale and offered words and smiles. That's worth a spot of time.
And you? Surely there are more interesting folks in this caravan to speak to. Why me?
'Tis a rarity in these times when the common man doth not shield their eyes, fearing the order that awaits behind. All I represent as a duty sent, but thee, yes, about me, thou hast offered kindness up to me. You've offered doubly respected, treated this as a man as an retreat. Other men do not dare to look my direction, but here we are speaking openly. Thou truly something, you find something worthy in who I am. You don't silence, you don't ridicule your kind. Something about you's different from all of the others. It makes me feel
How funny.
men don't see me as a fellow man, just a legend or just a helping hand. That's something I do understand, all the pain it brings, but I'll gladly be your wings. We have found a kindred in our hearts. From all the ways others have torn us down apart. Other men do not dare to look our directions, but here we are speaking openly. Wouldst thou walk beside me?
Passion's just a name that men give to what they do. To what they love, and gods know that's what I once called you. I cannot be blamed for the choices I will make without you.
you abandoned, let the black knives take you away from me. Now look at who makes them bleed. They'll feel what they've made. America's abandoned them just like she once abandoned you. That's alright, we'll make it through. Well, most of us. Frostbite, bloodshed, thorns, and endings. Oh, how they cry for their little lives. Run, little sheeplings, you'll never hide. Never once you've stirred up trouble, trouble. Nobody's out there to hear your cries. It is you. Yes, the one they call the Mad Tongue. That voice. Do I know you? I see you have been doing well, heeding my message and following your star. Perhaps you do not remember me. All those years back in the riverbed far below the earth as we are now, where once men had abandoned you. Yes, I remember. The one who spoke of blood, of the star. Godwyn, you are wise to have remembered. How could I not? You saved me, you know? You really did. To think I would have let those waters wear me down like a stone till nothing but bone remained. But you taught me how to see. You enlightened me. Godwyn. Like you said, I never forgot the name, Godwyn. Yet you still trespass upon my holy land. What? Alas, Starbound, I am not here to encourage you once more. You have entered a sacred realm full of secrets which must be kept. The divinity slumbers, and I, too, am tired. I do not expect you to understand, but I do expect you to heed my words once more when I say, turn back. Return to the surface. Return to your life above ground. When the time comes, there will be a seat for those born of blood such as yourself. But that time is not now. Go. You lost me. Completely. I mean, I understand the whole get lost part, but that's about it. What do you mean by... Enough. You trusted me once. Now trust me again. I do not wish to hurt you, but I haven't the time to explain. How very kind of you. But I'm still curious. Curiosity has killed many a creature. Oh, I know. But that's the fun of being tarnished, isn't it? Cheeky. But fine. I can appreciate a man who does not bow to authority when it snaps its fingers. 'Tis how the best of us got to where we are, aye? What is it you seek down here, far below the lands? If I offer you guidance once more, may we call our duties done and say our farewell? You're too kind, but I honestly don't know how to answer that. My purpose was lost long, long ago. Stolen by the Order, I presume? Stolen by something. Something tall and numerous and with terrible, terrible blades. But we're all aware of that story. The story of Godwyn the Golden. Is that what you seek, Starbound? You seek the Golden Bough? No. He is dead. Dead and gone forever.
I do not seek to find corpses, my friend. I seek to make them. Ah, but death is a peculiar mistress, is it not? You, more than most, should be aware of that. There lies in this world fates worse than death, and endings more tragic than it alone. There lies a truth to the story that you may want to know, a truth that even the all-knowing do not know. What are you implying? Listen to her once more, Starbound. Can you hear her voice? Her? I told you once, Mad Tongue, you and I are of similar stars. They converse in tongues we can only pray to one day understand. Yet sometimes they speak to us in languages we can parse. She speaks to you now. She has something to tell you. Can you hear her voice? I hear... Godwyn? Alive? No, it couldn't be. Go. Find him. The truth will cause you the most rapturous pain. Go. Godwyn. It can't be. But the star, yes, I hear her. She has never led me astray before. Does that truly mean Godwyn?
It's been how many years since I've seen you? How long since that fateful day when the knives took you? Oh, how the world has crumbled. Look what a mess it is. But I can feel you out there now, Godwyn, Godwyn. It's been countless long years since the shattering. It's been ages since I've said your name. Oh, Godwyn, my dearest, your songbird shall be with you soon once again. I can feel you before where I stand now, just as golden as the day we met. Oh, what brings you underground? What's that awful buzzing sound? What's that stench that's all around? Where are you?
I still have no idea how long it's been. I don't think I ever will. After you'd gone, Godwyn, something in me just snapped like a twig, and all light and love left me, drained like sand from a bag. I was more hollow than the guilty they had once branded me. Without your light to guide me, I was a menace. And then I was dead to the world. Ah, Godwyn, how long has it been? Have you truly been here all along, just beneath my feet? You're so quiet. If my presence is unwanted, just say the word. You keep strange company, but I more than most should know that you tend to attract thornier types. You've been dead for a long, long time. I never got to say goodbye. Is this my time? Is that why my star brought me here? Oh, Godwyn. What did they do to you? What is this? What does this mean? You have never lied to me before, but tell me you're lying now. This is not Godwyn. This is some sort of sick joke. Why would you torment me with his name? I refuse. It can't be. Please tell me it can't be! Godwyn! Godwyn, what did they do to you? Godwyn, tell me it'll be okay! If I'd been there to protect you, my love. If only I could turn time back and try. I may no longer sing love songs, be less than the man I was, but I swear that I'll avenge you somehow. It will be okay. Once this was my home, lively and inviting. Even when they cast me out, there was always something warm within. Where are all my brothers? Those who cursed and beat me. Once I thought I wished them dead, now I just wish to instead hear them sing. A shell of a home, alive, a place where memories go to die. Broken candlelights, empty bowls and tankards, like a scene from battles past, where the company is no longer living. A shell of a home, alive, a place where memories go to die. In this shell of a home, broken, is anybody there? Hello? Pardon me. Oh! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you a champion? More like a sad little man who talks to himself too much. Seems my crumbs have attracted a little bird. Who are you? What are you doing here? My name is Idris. I am a finger maiden, still in search of our tarnished. In that way, I suppose you could say we're both rather lost. Is it really that obvious? My lack of direction? Well, I will ashamedly admit I was eavesdropping for a while, and you were, having quite the lengthy conversation with yourself about, purposelessness. Purposelessness, eh? Is that even a word? It is now. I like you. You called yourself a finger maiden. Sounds raunchy. What's a finger maiden? Probably not what you're thinking of if your thoughts are in the gutter about it. Don't tell me a tarnished such as yourself has made it all the way to the capital without knowing of the purpose of champions and their maidens. Were you not called across the fog by grace alongside all the others? From where do you hail? From here do I hail. There, must be some sort of misunderstanding. I'm no champion of anything, really. Maybe Godwyn once upon a time. Godwyn? But I'm nothing special. I'm here because it was once my home. I served this hold long, long ago, before the Shattering, before the war, back when I still had eyes and Radon still had feet. I'm here because, well, you said it best. Because I'm lost. Grace must still guide you, though. I can feel it in you. You see the threads of gold, do you not? Even in your blindness? The gold is just about the only thing I do see anymore. Haven't you ever wondered why the threads seem to point specific directions? Have you never tried following the threads? I'm not really one for listening to others these days, but that's beside the point. There's something you're not telling me, especially since right now the golden thread that's shining most brightly is leading me towards you. That means this was meant to be. But I am getting ahead of myself. Things have changed tremendously since the time of the original Fortified Manor champion. The original Fortified Manor? Indeed.
It is said in hymns that one day the Lord shall claim the throne, guided by lost grace and strengthened by a maiden's soft embrace. It is said to stand before the Elden Ring. One must claim its shards, follow all the golden threads of light. I will be your maiden, I'm here to guide you. I'll grant you the strength to face the demigods and claim the runes as your own. Take my hand, my champion, we'll leave them all quaking, even as the wills of others keep on breaking. Come with me across the fog to the hold. Trust in me, I'll be your guidance. I'll lend you all of my strength, even if it leads me to my grave.
Where are we? The Round Table Hold. Is it not the most wonderful place you have ever... This is not the Round Table. My friend? This energy. This is not the hold I once knew. This is a mockery. This is the two fingers taking the name of something once held dear and bending it towards their twisted will. This is the sham they call the Fortified Manor. This pompous castle with its turrets painted in pyrite dust. I don't understand. What's there to not understand? You promised me my home. You promised me a purpose. Do you have any idea the weight of the promises you made? Just to bring me to this sick perversion, this reminder that everything I've ever loved is dead and gone and will never, ever be the same. I'm sorry. I was only doing what I was taught. What you were taught? Taught by this sham of an order, this pathetic excuse for godliness. You are just another cog in the machine that has been breaking me for years. Oh, and I'm a fool for not seeing it the second you opened your damned mouth. You wretched, brainwashed fool of a creature. You're scaring me. Regretting your decisions too now, are you? Stop it. Guess we're both fools. Guess we both made a mistake. Stop it! But yours, I'm afraid, was far more grave. Stop! Enough! Who dares shatter the peace of the round table? You! You sentimental fool, do not embrace me as if you hadn't just committed a terrible crime right beneath my nose. Get off of me! Oh, Idris. Such a kind heart. Naive. Too naive. And too trusting. If only she'd heeded my words. But you were wise not to listen to her. It is true, as she surely said. It is said that a tarnished is destined to one day stand before the Elden Ring. But it will not be you. Confident as always in your bullshit. Oh, so you do seek the throne. I couldn't care less about the throne, the Elden Ring, this whole upended world and all the bastards in it. No. I care to put an end to it, just as it put an end to me. How poetic. But you are a fool if you think you alone can change the world. But being a fool has always been your motto, hasn't it? You know me so well, Giddy. Unfortunately. I cannot stop you from following whatever foolish path you find your dusty boots settled upon. But I can warn you, as I always have, not to let your ambitions get the best of you. You remember what happened the last time, lad? And the time before. And the time before. You're like the father I never had, Gideon. I never listened well to him either. Do not spill blood in these halls again, Alberich. The hold is different now, yes, and serves an entirely new purpose. But that is no reason to throw a tantrum. You'd be wise to keep that scythe in check. It's good to see you too, Gideon. Now be gone. I have work that needs tending to. Foul, tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame, what seekest thou within the castle? Fie, thou shalt not pass. A little help here, friend. Maybe? Not too shabby. A spell blade, are you? Indeed I am. Roger's the name, and you, my bejeweled friend, Alberich. Pleasure's mine. Cease thy prattling. Ye tarnished fools be all the same, reaching for that which ye cannot grasp, seeking that which ye cannot see. Old news, buddy. I haven't seen a thing in years. I am not thy buddy. Shall be thine ends. A marvelous fight, my friend. You've got quite a knack with that scythe of yours. And were those aberrant sorceries I saw? Fascinating. You say that with such enthusiasm. Now that's fascinating. You'd think most folks recoil from roses the way they talk about the thorns I wield. Oh, not at all, my friend. I find the whole thing quite interesting. Don't think I missed those spells of frost, either. Are you a collector of heresies, then? A curator of the cursed? A questioner of authorities? No, but At least not actively. I just so happen to have led quite the colorful life, which has left me with an equally colorful collection. Have yourself an interest in the taboo, do you? Well, you know what they say about men in pointed hats. I'm far too soft to practice the crafts, but I do find the study fascinating. In fact, it's my studies of the taboo that have brought me here on the path to Stormvale. Is that so? What edge of the taboo, if you don't mind me asking? Something I can only presume you are familiar with. I study death, and those who live in it. I'm utterly fascinated by the concept. Its beginning, its spread. I'm determined to eke its secrets from the world around us. Surely a man with your, interesting set of hobbies is familiar, eh? You could say I'm a little too familiar with it in a lot of ways. The shattering, the blight, those who live in death. I lived it, my friend. I was there when it happened. Ah, so you've seen it then, haven't you? The terrible thorns that climb the castle walls. The secret to Godric's terrible craft. You're so enthusiastic. It's cute. Well, there are secrets beneath the castle, my friend, and they sing to me. I can almost feel it. Feel the epic conclusion to my life's work buried beneath Stormvale. I'm determined to find it, no matter the cost. Perhaps we can help each other out. I'm listening. I'm searching for something that lies at the foot of this rampart. At least when I'm not busy hot-putting it from the troops. A spellblade by trade, but a scholar at heart. I'm searching for clues to what once cleaved apart. The Black Blade's rune of death. And left the lands a mess. Feeling there's something to death more than destiny. I'm here to find out what had caused the best spread of its roots. A cruel secret lies at the foot of this keep, hidden right under our noses and feet, the side of something grave. Literally. I once wished to be a scholar, and once I did see that wish through. The world's calling songs. Yes, I crave something a bit more song. But enough about me. What about you, my friend? And don't bother sparing any of the gruesome details. Don't think I'm not aware of the origin of Red Glintstone. What brings you here? Smart, and brave, and handsome, might I add. I'm searching for something that cannot be found in a castle. I'm honestly just looking for a purpose to call my own. By trade, but a bastard at heart. I've spent hundreds of years honing my bloody art, stealing hearts and lives. Okay, mostly the latter. But I too was once called a scholar. Yes, once said I see that wish through. People had called it my calling, but I crave the world's calling songs. Yes, I crave calling songs just like you.
Yes, me too.
I suppose that we're two of a kind. Something morbidly brings us together. The hunt for a knowledge as gruesome as death. I carve up their bones and I study what's left. Together we're positively two of the best. Two of a kind. Yes, suppose that we're two of a kind. Something harrowing flows through our heartstrings. Together we'll follow the darkest of paths. I'll rack up the numbers and I'll do all the math. Together we'll solve riddles haunting the past. Follow red strings and bloodstains until nothing's left. Finally someone understands me, yes, at last. We're two of a kind. I get the wonderful feeling we'll meet again. See you at the round table, eh? I'll see you there, my friend. that music, so familiar, so close to my heart, that music. Tarnished. Here. How strange. I do not remember inking any invitations. Thou must have some business in mind to have traveled all this way. Sorry to disappoint, but nothing comes to mind by means of business. I simply mistook you for someone else. Is that so? Her energy is all around us. Can't you feel it? In this tower, in these lands, and you? Frigid and frightening, but like a distant relative nonetheless. Indeed. 'Tis the call of the Snow Witch. You knew her too, then, did you? Indeed. She was my mentor long, long ago. And thine too, it would appear. I can feel it within thy veins. Heresy guides thee, does it not? I suppose you could say that, though I don't follow much besides my star these days. But given the way the common man speaks of heresy and blood, I suppose the two are cousins at their most distance, aren't they? But that's neither here nor there. You interest me. What are you doing here? Who are— Make no mistake, Tarnished. Simply because we are bonded by the witch's blessing doth not mean we are bonded as brother and sister. I owe thee no explanation, and thou art still trespassing. Trespassing? Well, what if I ask nicely? Come on, something must have guided this chance encounter. I ask only for your name. Only my name? And anything else you would like to add? Fine. But only because I, too, find thee quite interesting. Thou may already knowest me as Rani the Witch. I stole death long ago, and I search now for the dark path. I seek to one day upend the whole of it, and rid the world of all that came before. Ah, has that roused thy curiosity further? It's just— well, you're not the first person I've spoken to today who has mentioned death. Is that so? Perhaps fate hath spun for thee a path to follow. Is that an offering in disguise? Perhaps. What didst thou have in mind? I, too, seek to upend it all, to put an end to the order which stole all I love from me. If perhaps we work together, I would like to tell thee a story of the one called Star Scourge, who hath halted mine own fate. There in the dunes doth he wallow and rot, feasting on the corpses of his enemies. Radahn, my brother. He hath proven himself to be an obstacle. Assist my brother Blithe in disposing of him. Claim thyself a great rune, if thou please, and the return then to me. I shall see thee rewarded for thy duty. Seems all paths for Tarnished point towards great runes. This will help you follow your path? Will help put an end to this terrible order? Indeed. Once the stars are again in motion, so too shall be my fate, my destiny. Perhaps thine too, should these coincidences thou art experiencing hold meaning. Do we have ourselves a deal? I'll see what I can do. Excellent. Blithe, my half-wolf brother, ought to be far below the earth right now, searching for the eternal city of Nokron, wherein lies a treasure which I must also possess in order to complete my journey. Thou shalt surely find him in the rivers below ground. Perhaps thou canst aid him in his quest too, shouldst thou feel so inclined. I've got nothing better to do. And if it helps turn the world inside out, then, well, win-win. Excellent. I expect nothing but the finest work from thee, little heretic. Now be off, to the Wailing Dunes, where Radahn would meet his end.
again to fight a new kind of war. Brothers in arms, they will sing hymns of this day. We will grant him a great hero's ending, as it's meant to be. Warriors, to the sides. Draw your weapons. Ready yourselves. And attack!
I see. So it was thee, not Blythe, who found the hidden treasure of Nokron buried beneath the earth. I must thank thee, O sorcerer of blood, for thy aid. Thou hast gone above and beyond.
So, what is it exactly? This treasure, I mean. It feels like a knife.
A tool, thou couldst say a knife, aye. Something which I shall require along the dark path I tread. Worry thyself not with the details.
But that's where they say devils lie, isn't it? Come on, I'm simply curious.
Thou art unconvincing when attempting to hide ulterior motives, Tarnished.
Fine. All right. Can't fault me for trying. But fine, I'll be honest. I met a man who was studying death, and you had mentioned when we met something about stealing a piece of it, and how that's what set you upon this path of yours. Now, I'd never ask a lady to divulge all her secrets, but I do get the feeling you can help me help someone else, eh? Come on, it'd make the man's day.
Insufferable little man thou art. Ah, but as it were, I do believe I still owe thee a reward. Here, this shall serve dual purpose. A strange gift, perhaps, but a scholar such as thyself, or, well, thy friend, ought to find it most useful.
It's an hourglass?
A statue, more like, and perhaps in the hands of some men it is simply just that. But I have faith in thee, Tarnished.
that thou shalt use it wisely. But now it is time for me to continue my journey along the dark path. I shall enter my slumber, and be gone from this tower. It was a pleasure to meet thee, tarnished, foul mouth and all. Good luck on thy journey alongside the path of death. Farewell.
Ah, Roger! There you are! You'll never believe what just... Stars! That smell! Are you all right? Unfortunately, I'm rather unable to move at the moment. Made a bit of a blunder in Stormvale. But don't let my condition get you down. You sound excited. What's the news? Well, it was the strangest thing, really. I met a witch in a tower who spoke of upending the whole of it. She mentioned death, just as you had earlier. She spoke of stealing it. Stealing death? Fascinating. The only time I've ever heard of a fragment of death being stolen was during the plot of the Black Knives, back when Godwyn the Golden met his untimely demise. Perhaps I ought to speak to your new friend, too. Seems she may have some information on my line of research. For her sake, I should hope not. At least not on that particular detail. But that's not what I came to talk to you about. I came to tell you that I've done it. I've claimed myself a great rune! You should have seen Gideon's face when he discovered who'd slain the great General Radon. General Radon? Congratulations, my friend! Gods, what a brilliant battle that must have been. I can still feel the adrenaline, I swear. But there's more to it than just that, my friend. After the battle with Radon, I found myself wandering Liurnia to clear my head, and ended up in a catacombs of sorts, packed to the gills with rotten imps and bladed traps. Well, naturally, I dove right in to explore the place, and during my stumbling in the dark, I got my hands on something else. Something that I think you will find very, very valuable. This is a black knife print. I can scarcely believe you found this. How? Don't ask a magician their secrets, eh? But I will say it involved a lot of fumbling in the dark and pissing off tall women. Tall women? You don't mean... You saw one yourself? One of the black knives? Well, I wouldn't say I saw, but... Oh, you know what I mean. Gods, what I wouldn't give to have been in her presence. Every answer to all the questions buzzing around in my head surely rest on that woman's tongue. My friend, you don't suppose I could... Perhaps... Go on. Take it. This is more than I ever could have dreamed of. To hold it in my hands, to be able to tease out its secrets. How can I ever repay you? Being a friend is more than enough. Just keep yourself well and tell me what you've learned, eh? I have some interest in knowing who orchestrated the Night of Black Knives myself, you know. Well, I can certainly do the latter. Given my accidental newfound connection to death, if there's anyone in this world who can interpret death's riddled language, it's me. The very second a name reveals itself to me, I will surely let you know. Oof. Ugh. As for the former... Roger? Pardon me. No, never mind the morbidity of the matter. Like I said, my current condition brings me closer to death than being tarnished alone ever did. Perhaps I ought to call it a blessing in disguise, as it will surely aid in my research. Hey, relax. I apologize, my friend. All this excitement just... I just need a moment to rest, so that I may dedicate all my focus to the task of eking out the knife print's secrets, of course. Are you sure I can't? You have bigger things to worry about than a sorcerer past his prime, my friend. Lords to slay, runes to claim, hearts to steal. Go on. I'll be here when you return. Promise? Would I ever tell a lie? Take care. Smitten, are we? Eavesdropping, Gideon? I would warn you not to go falling in love with death, but Alas, we all know that's your favorite hobby. What do you want? All this time spent searching for a path to follow, just to find yourself on one that leads bloody nowhere. I warned you before, Al, not to go hunting lords and chasing runes. But here you are, with General Radon's blood on your hands, and Princess Rani's name on your maddening tongue. Sounds like you're all caught up, then. Congrats! Can I go now? Is that all you have to say for yourself? Can't say I have much else to say to you, Giddy. Look, I have no interest in mending the Elden Ring and claiming the title of Lord. You know this. I know this. I'm just here to get a little revenge on the world, slit a few throats, burn this place to the goddamn ground, and maybe help my friends along the way. But you wouldn't know anything about that last part now, would you? Just don't be disappointed when it all ends in ruin, Al. Oh, it won't. And don't say I didn't warn you. Always a pleasure, Gideon. Bastard. I have been watching you. Creepy. But it's good to see you, old friend. And I'm flattered. Truly. What's the occasion? You have been busy. I have seen it. Enough so that the mother has whispered concerns to me about what it truly is that guides you down this death-blighted path. That said, I have attempted to assuage the mother's concerns and spoke to her in your favor. And so, I come to you with a proposition, Starbound. One so grand in scheme that I have chosen to approach you myself rather than send emissary. I do hope you will take the time to hear me through. Long-winded way of saying you're scared of me. Listen, I'd love nothing more, my friend, truly. But I must admit my mind is a bit preoccupied. What if I told you that the very fate of your friend relies on it? Even the fate of the one called the Golden Bough. Bold of you to wield such big names as weapons. I have made myself a name in knowing what it is that makes you speak, have I not? Fine. You've got my attention. What's this proposition of yours? As I said, I have been watching you, Mad Tongue Alberich. I have seen you side with the Snow Witch, and watched you fell General Radon in her name. Through the eyes of our mother, I have seen your power in motion, and I must say I am impressed. But the path of the Snow Witch is one which ends in a fate worse than death for all involved. For some, literally, as they will never return to their precious Erd tree. And for you, metaphorically, as I fear your heart may shatter into even more pieces. Her vines shall bear no fruit, Starbound, but I can offer you something greater. Again, I'm flattered, but I'm not really interested. Oh? Was it not you who agreed you wished to upend the whole of it? Princess Rani is not the only one who wishes to see it all put to an end, to see a new dynasty arise. Are you certain her path suits your needs best? Or is it simply that your heart is beating too big for your chest once again? Harsh. We are of a similar star, Mad Tongue. You are unpredictable, as fickle as the blizzards you wield, but I know your kind. Driven by a love so strong it transcends the languages of men. A love strong enough to drive one mad. We of the Mogwyn dynasty are all forged of the same steel, Starbound. Are you sure my offer to join us does not entice you? Entice me? Sure. Greatly, even. Were I the man I was before the shattering, your fancy words would have certainly made me drop to my knees and worship. But I have no reason to betray Princess Rani, and I certainly have no desire to abandon the path she set me upon. I like you. I trust you. You stand for something that gives me hope. Me. But Rani? She gives hope to someone else. Someone very dear to me. That is more important than any star or bond of blood. Your love is admirable. What a shame. You would make the most excellent addition to our dynasty. But Princess Rani is lying to you. She is using you. Do you not see it clear as day? She who told you herself how once she stole death, a feat only managed by one name once before. And here you are, following her like a little lamb, despite the warning signs. Don't even go there. You don't want to go there. Alas, we are already there, Starbound. Then we had better leave before you start to regret it. My only regret is not seeking you sooner. No, it is not regret I feel, but rather pity. The signs are all there, after all. The alarm bells must surely be clanging. Yes, I can feel it in the air, in the way you tense your shoulders and clench your fists. You've had your doubts about Rani's past, but have been ignoring them. Are you truly so divorced from the concept of obedience that you won't even listen to yourself? You can keep cutting all you want, Moog, but you'll never strike betrayal in my veins. Further proof you would serve my dynasty well. But fine. It is clear that the soil of your doubts already gestates seeds. Regardless, I came to you with a proposition, but I shall leave you today with the truth. Do not trust Princess Rani, Starbound, lest you face, at her hands, a pain more enduring than death, just like Godwyn did. Do not speak his name! You will learn soon enough, Mad Tongue, and you'll wish you had thanked me on this day. After all I've done for you, pathetic, insolent, naive, hold your tongue, Godwyn, or should I hold it for you?
Your heart's on your shoulder, you've made that quite clear. And maybe if you'd been more careful, I'd hear. But you stepped too far across the boundaries. You've gone and pissed me off. Where is your mother now? If Rani betrays me, she will be my blade. I'll see that bitch burn till there's none left to bury. But perhaps next time you learn your lesson, don't ever question me about Godwyn. Take solace, Monk. Think of the pain. Death's embrace will bless you more than anything. She craves wounds, after all, doesn't she? Won't Gideon be disappointed to see I've claimed another great rune from the Lord of Blood himself? It matters not. I will live on in the Mother's blood. This is not the end, Starbound. You know that, don't you? I'll see you later, Godwyn.
I pity you, Alberich, because you, more than anyone, should know that he would never love a vulture.
Roger? Roger! Ah, just the man I wanted to see. No, I apologize for my condition. Are you...
Worry not about me. Or at least wait until I've given you the good news. Good news, friend? Yes. My examination is complete. I've done it. I've discovered the name behind the Knight of Black Tell me, Roger. The name revealed itself to me as I studied it. There is no doubt. The one behind the Knight of Black Knives, who slayed Godwyn the Golden, was Lunar Princess Rani. You were right all along, Alberich. She did indeed steal death all those years ago, which also means her flesh must bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon it. Rani, was it? Alberich? What's wrong? Right all along. My friend, I must warn you of something grave. I fear I can feel myself slipping into something dark, something like a slumber, from which I do not know if there is any awakening. Please, Al, I know you have already done so much for me, so much that I've hardly any right to ask, but Roger, you could ask me to move the mountains themselves and I would do it. And I'd be lying if I said you haven't helped me, too. More than you could ever understand. Listen. When the Knight of Black Knives was orchestrated, Godwyn the Golden perished only in spirit, and Rani only in flesh. Upon both of their bodies, however, was imprinted the same mark, the curse mark of death. This mark holds the key to everything, Al. To my research, my life's purpose, and Fia's quest to fix it all. If I could just study the curse mark for but a brief moment, so that I may complete my life's work before... You have served her. And now you know her secrets. I believe that you have the ability to find Rani's discarded Empyrean flesh and the curse mark carved into it. I even have a hunch on where to begin. Do you still have the idol she had gifted to you? The one you showed me after you had slayed Radon? The hourglass? Take it to the Carian study hall in Liurnia. If my theory is correct, that should open the path to find her. Find her. Good. Funny enough, I have some words for her myself. Are you sure you are all right, my friend? I'm fine. Never better. Come on. Would I lie to you? Stay here, and don't you dare get any sicker. Stay safe, my friend. If hate had a form of crimson, it would flow through my hands. They say there's luck beneath the gallows, but they'll never find your hand. Princess sweet, you're killing me. How far Roger? Roger? Roger! No. Roger, you bastard! I told you to stay well! Fia, the knife print. Al, bring it to Fia. Roger, bring the knife print to Fia, the deathbed companion. Deep root depths. She aims to upend it, to undo it, creating a rune. She can finish it all. Save Godwyn, save the undead, save them all. I'm sorry. I should have told you. Roger! No. No. So finally it's come to this. After all I've gone through, all those I've loved and all those who showed me what it meant to be real, standing no longer by me but always present within my heart. Lich Dragon 46, we never met, but I know well how much you meant to him. Love, forgive me for what I now must do, but know that all of this I'm doing for you. We'll be together for better or worse. Death is not strong enough, just say the word. I'll see you in the Godwyn, the breath that I'm breathing, my love Godwyn, the wind beneath this songbird's wings. Godwyn, my first written love song, my love Godwyn, forgive me for what I have become. You, the reaper of the hold, what is it you intend? To deny us and our ways? Roger spoke fondly of you, but I know a brute when I see one. This... Then Roger was wise to trust you. Thank you. And please accept my most sincere apology. I am Fia, the deathbed companion. With this, I can now lay with Godwyn and conceive for us, all of us, a child, a rune, one which can be brandished at the throne to bring peace to those who live in death. Ah, kind Reaper, would you allow me to hold you for but a moment? You remind me so much of him. I am sorry, my fellow, but your story ends here. I should have known you'd have something else to say before this was over. I still remember you from back in the days of Godfrey's reign, Alberich. Such a bright young thing you were, wise beyond your years, so full of life and love. Where did it all go wrong? This lecture is several hundred years overdue, Giddy. Not to mention, your annoyance with my audacity has never been a secret. Now step aside. I have a mistake to unmake. I am afraid you will not be going any farther, Alberich. Believe me, lad, I know how much this means to you. To Roger, your friend, and to Godwyn, your hero. I know how hard you fought, but America has high hopes for us all, and I know it, deep down in my bones, that no man can kill a god. Oh! But you are no god now, are you, Sir Gideon Ofnir? I was afraid it would come to this. It has been a pleasure, Alberich. If only you had heeded my words.
the earth tree's grave, it's time now to burn. How many days have I sat here as Lord, never knowing if all the rumors are true? They say reborn was the golden. They say he's a dreadful sight. Every time I think about entering his command, taking him, embracing him, or just holding his hand, something inside me quakes just like a fawn on cracking ice. Am I even worthy of his time? Am I even any longer worth his peace of mine? How many days have I sat here alone, quaking at the thought of believing it's real? They say he forgives the mortals. They say he still knows my name. Isn't guilt that burns inside of me hot enough to melt my fear, that guides me down the path to his door after all these years? Oh, is this just the beginning after such a tragic end? Or are we never destined to begin? How I wish I didn't fear you like the people fear undead. But one of you cannot forgive my sin. Godwyn, would you still think to let me in?
Enter and be known. Godwyn? Hello, old friend. It has been a long time. Prithee, what dost thou seek of me? I do not know. I just had to know, I suppose, to make sure it was real. Of course, I can leave it to thee, little bird, to reach out so willingly and touch this death-marked flesh. 'Tis comforting to me that thou hast not lost thy own sense of impropriety, and those chilly hands of thine. 'Tis a shame I have no warmth of mine own to offer thee. Take what time thou needest. You're gonna laugh because I don't know what to say. Oh, my old friend, thou treadst a path thou had but moments ago left untread. 'Tis a marvel that thou hath found words at all, Never mind many words, or some illusion of the right ones. Would it be unwelcome to admit that I am at something of a loss as well? Mine best balming words are thin in the using here, as I am, well, comfort is a difficult thing to give, and yet thou cleavest to me regardless of mine accursed flesh. Ever hast thou been a most peculiar little magpie, 'tis true, and as ever thou continue to be so, ever shall I be thankful. And yet, you flatter me. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Please keep talking to me. Little bird, thou hast nothing at all to apologize for. I say I have missed thy song, and 'tis true, but even the clearest-voiced sparrow cannot sing all the time, nor always joyfully. And yet I am so gifted to hear it rise in praise despite everything, the years, the circumstances. Thou look so drawn, so tired. Have the years worn thee so terrible, truly? If I could do anything at all, I would quench thy grief. But as it is, and it is, please, tired. You wouldn't believe how tired I've been. No, but I don't need sleep. If I sleep, I risk waking and finding you no longer there. What's to say this isn't a dream after all? Have you any idea how many nights I've dreamed of you before? No. I need peace of mind. I need sanctuary. I need you, here, right now, just like this. There's no home compared to you. This is no dream. This is real, as I am real. Thou'rt here, flown far and here, and yet... What be these decorations? The glintstone, my love? As red as blood. Little bird, how many tongues hast thou taken since my demise? Oh, Godwyn, I can... I can explain. The demigods, my brothers and sisters, yea, I understand the need. But Godwyn, you don't understand. The world, my world, fell apart without you. I went completely mad. They called me mad. Every drop of goodness drained from my heart and out my fingertips. Everything was so cold, and people were so cruel, and it was stupid. I was stupid. I admit. I stupidly followed the bloody path, but you have to understand, Godwyn. I can change. I'll change for you. Beautiful, amazing, incredible you. Not the title you carry, or the importance of your gold or your status as God, but the way you have always walked slower so I can keep pace, and the way you call my babblings little songs, and the way you do this. You hold me like a precious pet. Oh, Godwyn, my love, how I missed your hands. And so in memory's name thou stained thine own with blood. Godwyn, please, understand, I didn't... Thou little vulture. Godwyn? Forgive me. I should not judge mine Elden Lord so harshly. I merely feel you hate me. I am disappointed. Of course. I understand. Godwyn, I prithee, my lord. I simply need a moment to think. Your lord? Not your little bird? As you wish.